Good day to each and everyone. I am Jun Ryan Biligan, a student from Bachelor of Physical Education 3A. I hope everyone is safe and healthy amidst the pandemic. Everyone somehow struggling in the status quo, and it is draining sometimes. But hope is what drives us to continue living. The hope for a better future in the days to come. So in this video, I will sharing my thoughts on the status of the educational system we have in this pandemic. We have transitioned to the new normal in a drastic and overwhelming pace. So the question is, how can we facilitate learning in the classroom or in the new normal? I myself is oblivious of the perfect or correct way in facilitating learning even before the pandemic arrived. I am now in my third year in college and still very adamant that soon I'll be standing in front of my learners during my practice teaching. That soon this pandemic will be over and that everything will turn back to the normal, which is, I believe, will take some times in the future. Going back to the topic, how can a teacher facilitate teaching in a classroom or any available platform? There are countless of ways for a certain person to conduct or facilitate learning among his or her learners even online. One can use a vast collections of tools and strategies in his class. In facilitating learning, the teacher must focus on how his learners will absorb the learnings and objectives. Aim for them in a meaningful and relevant way. When someone facilitates learning, he is promoting the idea that his students will be performing well in a class, in an environment where they can choose who they want to be and be the real them. Facilitating learning is not for the teacher, but for the learners. There are things to consider when you teach your learners your lesson. A teacher must put in mind that no two learners alike. Everyone is unique, and that no one must be discriminated. The nature of the learner is one factor. A teacher should be mindful of his words, actions, and delivery of the lessons and the assessment, because all learners have different learning styles and learning pace. It will then show that you are more into their welfare than you imposing your authority to them. Another thing to consider is the essence of surprise. According to some books, the attention span of the learners is relatively short, so always vary your activities. This way, they will look forward to the new discoveries and abilities. This will also help them to try some new learning styles. By using different activities in your class, everyone will have the chance to shine. It will also become an opportunity for them to choose their approach to the assigned topics. No one can deny that we learn more when we are familiar to the activities or examples shown to us. Giving context to your lessons that is relatable to the learners is another way to facilitate learning. This will motivate or relate to their experience and will them understand the lessons more. This way, they will be able to apply the lessons in the real life situations. It is a great way to include values to your lessons. When the lessons gets relatable, try to let your learners share their own experience to the whole class. Let them speak. Give them a venue to express their thoughts without judgment or the fear of being criticized. Make the classrooms their safe haven. This will help them realize the relevance of the lessons to their lives and why it should matter to them. As a teacher, we must become the most attractive visual aid. Making yourself presentable in class is a great way to facilitate learning. I have read a book before that our eyes are drawn to the most beautiful things we see. Of course, appearance matter. No one would listen to you if your hair were messy, Your clothes were dirty and you feel like a drunkard. As teachers, our learners look up to us as a role model, and definitely, they will imitate the things that we do, and so, let us project ourselves very well to them. Another factor that helps in facilitating learning is the way we treat our learners. I know for sure that all of us have one particular teacher that we will always remember until we old, may it be in a positive or negative way. It is because of the way they treat us before. So, teacher must always mindful of their action in class as always. No one is perfect but nothing goes wrong with being kind to everyone. Yes, some learners are difficult to understand but that's how the world works. They're in school to be trained and it is the teacher's job to help them. A good way to be remembered is becoming a teacher who listens. Learning to problem solve is as important as knowing the answers. Giving your learners the chance to talk to you or in a small group will be helpful. Conversation with them will also promote communicating skills and socialization. We are living an era full of technology. Children have the access to a lot more information compared with the ones in the previous generation. It is good and scary at the same time. The real challenge will be teaching them how to access information, validity, and quality. Providing learners some resources that we can trust will be very helpful in facilitating learning in a class. One last thing to remember is giving the learners the conducive place for learning. Environment matters. Providing a violence-free, harmless, child-friendly, and environment-free from any form of discrimination is vital for the teaching-learning process to be successful. As teachers, it's our duty to provide it for them. Still, there's no perfect way to teach children. There are 100 ways to kill a cat, they say, but there is no need to kill if the purpose is good. It is an advantage that we live in this portion in time. We are blessed to be showered with the numerous ideas in handling learners. It is just a matter of a choice and the level of passion as an individual that helps in facilitating learning in a classroom. Again, I am June Ryan Biligan, BPED 3A. Thank you for listening. God bless and have a great day.